Recording, go.
Hi, my name is Kalin Day, and I'm going to be your speech-language pathologist. We are going to do a FEAST study. So we're going to begin by putting this small camera inside your nose. This is the camera that I'm going to be using, and here it goes inside of your nose. This is called your nares. We enter through the nose so that way it's easier to get up and over the tongue, of the base of the tongue that you're going to see here in a few minutes. By putting it up your nose, it avoids having to put it in your mouth and a chance of you biting down on that camera. So here we go.
Where are we at right now?
We are in through the nose. We are almost to the back of your throat, and here in a minute you will see the base of your tongue.
Where's the little dangly thing in your mouth?
That dangly thing in your mouth, it is going to be, it's a little bit further forward than what the camera is going to view. So we're technically going right behind it. Okay, so right here, this is the base of your tongue. It's the curved pink thing. And your epiglottis is that white little curved thing right here. Your epiglottis covers your trachea, which is where your air comes in and out. And that occurs whenever you swallow. It flops down or inverts, so that way you can swallow without there being any water or food getting down into the trachea, because that would result in it going into the lungs. So I'm going to have you say E.
E.
Okay. So your vocal folds, they begin to vibrate whenever you do that. And it's kind of hard to see with the naked eye because they do move so quickly. I'm going to have you say E here again in just a second. But again, those vocal folds will move very quickly, and you're not going to be able to really see. Right there, you just swallowed. Can you say E again for me?
E.
Okay. You can see the vocal folds.
E.
So that, like I said, the trachea is that big hole in the middle. It gets covered whenever you swallow. The esophagus is right behind the trachea in this area.
I don't see a hole though. Where does it go?
The hole right now is technically covered, and because whenever you swallow, that's whenever the epiglottis inverts, and that hole, it becomes more visible. But whenever I have you swallow here in just a second, it's called a whiteout phase, and you won't be able to see whenever you technically swallow, so you won't be able to see that esophagus.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have you take a sip of water and swallow. And you won't be able to see that swallow because of the whiteout phase, like I said earlier. And I don't see any residue that was left over from your swallow. And residue, it would be, there's that swallow. Again, I don't see any residue left over on the sides in the piriform sinuses, which is a good result because that means that everything is getting cleared whenever you swallow and nothing is left over. If things were to be left over, that would mean there is a possibility of that food or liquid falling into the trachea, resulting in penetration or aspiration. Do you have any questions for me about your swallow study?
Why did you dye the food before I could eat it?
We dye that food so we can see exactly where the food or liquid is going whenever you swallow. Say if we had water, which is clear, we wouldn't technically know if everything went down appropriately. So we put some color in there to help us know exactly where your food or liquid is going and if it's getting cleared.
I see the white lines are my vocal folds, but what's the things that look like pink vocal folds on top of those?
Those are called your arytenoids right in here. Those, they move together whenever you swallow, they rotate in, and it just helps make sure everything is sealed and cleared whenever that epiglottis inverts. It's kind of just a protective mechanism.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Nope, I don't have any more.
Alrighty, then we are finished with your study. Thank you.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen Trausch. I'm going to be your speech language pathologist today. We're going to be doing a swallow study using these. It's where we're going to go in through your nose using a tiny camera to look at your swallow. You can see your nostril there. We haven't quite entered the nose yet. Oh, and now we're finally going in. This is the nasal cavity. We're moving through. This is the most narrow part. Soon we're going to be into the nasopharynx, which is the part of the throat behind your nose. And I'm going to have you say dunna, 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 dunna here in a second so that we can watch your soft palate come in and out to make sure that that's moving appropriately.
Do you want me to say it now?
Yes, I do want you to say it now.
Dunna, dunna, dunna.
Okay. And I'm going to have you say it one more time.
Dunna, dunna, dunna.
And I'm going to have you swallow. Nice job. Do you see how that closed off? That means that your soft palate is moving appropriately and sealing when it needs to when you're swallowing. We're going back into the throat. You can see the tongue. Let me move that back for you to see it. It's in the pink part. And then this white thing at the bottom of the screen is the epiglottis. It's what closes over your trachea when you swallow to make sure that no food gets in there. You can also slightly see your vocal folds coming together and going apart. I'm going to go ahead and have you say E.
E.
See how they come together there? That's nice that they're closing appropriately.
Why do you have me say E?
I have you see E to make sure that your vocal folds are coming together the way that they should and that they're vibrating, because we need a nice tight seal on your vocal folds to make sure that no air is, and sorry, not air, we do want air in the lungs to make sure no food gets into the lungs.
Okay. And so that V thing, whenever I talk, they move, right?
Yes, your vocal folds will move when you talk. It's also what provides the vibrations for speech as well.
Okay, so those are called the vocal folds. I wasn't sure what they were.
Yes. And then before I go ahead and unpause and have you swallow, towards the front of the video you can see the wall of your throat, and then you can't see it open right now, but your esophagus is up here. Can you see my mouse?
Yes, I can.
Okay. The esophagus is up here and the trachea is here. The esophagus leads to your stomach and the trachea leads to your lungs. We do not want any food or liquids going into your lungs, which is the reason those vocal folds here are sealing off when you swallow. The trachea also should go ahead and flop over to make sure that we're getting a very tight seal.
Wait, you said the trachea flops over.
Oh, I'm
I
so
thought
sorry.
that funny floppy thing covers over.
Yes, I said the wrong word there. The epiglottis is going to flop over the trachea.
Oh, okay, I understand now.
So sorry about that switch of words. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Have you take a couple drinks here in a second. We can see those moving together as you're saying E.
Why did it just get all white?
It went all white because you swallowed. So when you swallow, your epiglottis covers the camera. Okay, I'm going to have you take a sip of milkshake, and we're going to see how that goes down into your esophagus. See, the same whiteout happened there. The esophagus, the epiglottis, not the esophagus. The epiglottis covered the camera for a brief second while you were swallowing. I'm going to have you take a few consecutive sips to make sure that when we're sipping consecutively, you aren't having any issues.
Am I having any issues, or does my swallow look okay right now?
As of right now, everything looks normal, but we want to test it under a few different conditions. What we're looking for is any of this green residue left over, and right now, that's not a great place to pause that for you. Right now you can see there's no green residue. We're not seeing any behind the epiglottis, and we're not seeing down any by the sides. And we saw everything come together nice and tightly so that nothing would be getting in. The reason we don't want any residue or green smoothie left in your throat is that later it could fall into the trachea, causing aspiration. I'm going to go ahead and have you say E again.
E.
Now I'm going to have you take some bites of a cookie and chew that up. You can see the movement of your tongue back here as you're chewing. It's also causing the epiglottis to move a little. You went ahead and swallowed a small bite there and wait for you to swallow the rest. And there, that was the whiteout from the camera, again due to the epiglottis folding over. Everything looks normal with that swallow again. We don't have any chocolate left over on the sides. And before, just took another bite of chocolate and you're chewing it, you can see the movement similar to how it was last time. And when you swallow, we'll have that same effect of your epiglottis folding over to cover the trachea. There you just swallowed. We don't see any residue. We don't see any leftover chocolate in the throat. I'm going to go ahead and have you say the days of the week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice job. That was just to look again at that vocal fold closure. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope, I think you answered all of them.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.